All right, guys, welcome back. I am Norm. This is Norm Can't Shoot, and we are back for more Trek Tuesday. I had to miss the last Trek Tuesday. I apologize. So we'll get caught up a little bit this week. We have released the album. The album's kind of gone the way of the dodo. It did well. So now it's just grinding out some more songs. We're trying to get some more 100 songs. We've already got a record deal lined up for our next album, so we are going to have to eventually get into recording that. I'm still searching for that elusive hit. I want a hit. I want at least one that I can put onto the next album to kind of boost those sales. Because listen, we did well on that last one, but I think there's room for improvement. I want to crack that top 100. That's the goal. So let's get back into it. There we go. I have a gig in Eugene. Well, I know what I'm doing first. I got to drive to Eugene, Oregon. Let's just take a... Oh, hang on. Right off the bat. Prison Beside Lock. I mean, wouldn't... The name of the band is Prison Beside Lock. Wouldn't the lock be inside the prison? Not beside the prison. That's not a very good prison if all the locks are beside the prison. But anyway, I digress. They want us to play with them. Let's say, what's the... Yeah, 2000? Sure, I'll take that. That's no problem. Excellent. Let's take a quick peekaroo at what's going on with the band here. Popularity, obviously killing it in SoCal and the major, again, New York, we're doing very well. So we're up across the board. So, I mean, really, there's not much else to do except plow through and get more songs. Let's take a look at the song list. I've got a ton of unrecorded. I mean, I could do at least another album or two. Yeah, I mean, I've got at least another album's worth of material, but none of these songs are really catching. And I want to get that elusive hit song that's going to really catch, like Yesterday's Enterprise, that can kind of help drive sales, that can really kind of max out the concerts in support of the album that we do. So that's the goal. So we're just going to keep grinding it out. We got a lot of gigs lined up here, as you can see. So we're going to keep grinding it out for inspiration. We're going to do some more songs. We're going to test out the new songs and just kind of see what we can do. See what we can do. Now, once again, I am unprepared. Bear with me 1 second. Like every other stream, I forget to call up the list of episode titles. So bear with me 2 seconds and let me do that now. I think the last one we did was, looks like Galaxy's Child. So not to be confused with Destiny's Child. So yeah, so we're about 2/3 of the way through season 4. We've still got 5, 6, and 7. So listen, if I get to the end of season 7 of TNG on song titles and I still haven't got a #1 album, I'm ending the stream, okay? When there's no more TNG titles to go, I am ending the stream. But I don't think that's where we're at. I'm pretty sure that we'll get there before then. But listen, who knows? We'll see. It'll give us it'll put the pressure on if we start getting up there. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to... Ooh, the van's looking in pretty rough shape there. I might need to get that fixed up. Look how banged up it is up the front. All right. Eugene, Oregon. Yes, I do want to go there. Maybe not in real life? I don't know. I've never been to Oregon. Could be really nice up there. Jose Mosby. Now, Jose Mosby's been a bit of a mixed bag. We had high hopes for Jose. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Couldn't find anything. Oh, Jose. I am disappointed. Bitterly disappointed, sir. Bitterly disappointed. Yeah, this van is running like hot garbage. I'm going to need to get to a mechanic. Alright, we're the opening gig here. It's a 6 set. Yeah, this is all fine. Let's see how it goes. Does Oregon love us? Yeah, we're doing alright. Look at that. Yesterday's Enterprise will put us up over the top. Excellent. But for 1,000 crowd, I got a gig in from Oregon to San Francisco. Who's doing the organization on here? Jose Mosby, what are you doing? Am I even gonna get there on time? Travel time is 2 days, and the gig is tomorrow. Like, there's no way I can get there, is there? I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there on time. 2 days. Yeah, I'm not gonna get, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'll just go back to Modesto, where the one after that is. Again, travel time 2 days. Why is it so long to get there? Alright, we missed one. We missed one. But listen, I can't be blamed for that one. I might need to reduce the radius. I mean, I like being able to... Oh my god, this thing is a clunker. Where is the nearest garage? I'm gonna fix this right now, because this is... Look how slow this thing is going. This is ridiculous. One of the additions I'd like to get is being able to buy different cars, right? So you start off in a crappy van, but then as your Rockstar lifestyle improves, you should be able to get a tour bus, get a sports car, things like, oh, good lord, look at this. Look at this. Oh, much nicer, much nicer. Okay, let's get to the State Theater here. 12 set. Let's get, oh, are these sorted by date now? Oh, because they're all hundreds, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Shark, good to see you here again, buddy. I haven't crashed yet, but the stream is young. Speaking of Crash, I've been playing some Cyberpunk 2077. I've tried to stream it several times, and the first time I streamed it, I just could not get it to work at all. I was getting frame loss errors, I was getting all sorts of craziness. It was not working. So I went and I tinkered a little bit. I think I had it down. I ran a whole stream. I did like a 3-hour stream. And then when I played back, the entire opening section was all, like, not just like a little stutter, like a massively, unwatchably, like, seizure-inducingly stuttered. So I deleted that one. I tinkered again. I did some testing. I tried to sort it out. I did the stream all over again, started fresh again, brand new stream. And then I looked back, and it looked like it was okay. I was watching, being very careful. I'm watching over here. I'm watching the stream. I'm watching this. I thought, mwah, beautiful, perfect. I'm looking through, and the entire massive stuttering again through entire sections of it. On stream. In-game, I'm playing no problem. So for me, it's like, you know what? I've given up. I'm going to stream Cyberpunk 3 months from now once they've actually got everything fixed. I only had one hard crash, but lots of other problems. The game is buggy. There's all sorts of weird stuff that happens. So I mean, I'm playing it offline just because it is a good game. Like that's the maddening part. Like I got Empire of Sin, and that game I was really looking forward to Empire of Sin, and it was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Stunk. It stunk. The more I played it, the less I liked it, which is a bad sign. Like when I first loaded it up, it's like, okay, I get it. This is not bad. And then the more I played it, it was awful. Yeah, if you've got a PS4 or an Xbox One, just kiss it goodbye with Cyberpunk. Like, don't even buy it. It's just a complete waste of your time. It's just atrocious. Thankfully, I'm on a PC, and my laptop is pretty good. I got an RTX 2060, so I'm not doing any ultra settings ray tracing stuff, but it runs. But on a PS4, it just looks like an N64 game on a PS. I mean, that's okay. That's perhaps a bit of an exaggeration, but oh, dude, Shark, I am so happy you are playing this game. I am so happy, man. You've been my #1 fan on this. This is great. So it's fun, right? Are you streaming it, Shark, or are you just playing it offline? Okay, we'll get Will and some pairs here. Yeah, but yeah, so Cyberpunk, it's a good game. I'm happy about it. Like, it is going to be good. Like, 3 months from now, it's going to be an amazing game. Right now, it's a good but really buggy game. So, but streaming, you know what? I had no idea how to stream either. I like, this is, okay, here we get into the history of me streaming. My son had a gaming channel ages ago. This is pre-Twitch. This was like when he was a teenager. So this is like, you know, like 5-6 years ago or whatever. He did like CSGO and Minecraft and things like that, right? And it was all on YouTube and whatever. And he had put in a ton of work to it. And but he just couldn't really, like most things. Like, I mean, like I've only got what, like 25 followers. Like, it's not like I'm tearing up the Twitch world over here, you know. It's a hard grind, you know what I mean? So he kind of gave up after a while. And I always kind of watched it. I was like, that'd be kind of cool, but I didn't think I could do it. And like, I'm like, you know, like, I'm like a mid-40s dad. Like, nobody wants to see me playing video games, so like I didn't bother. But then COVID hit, and it was like, well, I mean, I'm just sitting here playing video games all day anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I might as well try it and just, you know, just to see, just for fun, if I can even do it. Like, and I thought the same way. Like, I had no idea how to even start. Like, I had no clue. But it's really not that bad. OBS does a lot of the hard work for you. It's, you know, once you've got everything set up, it's really pretty easy. It's not as difficult as you think it is. But if you have any inclination towards streaming, I would suggest it. It's fun. Like I say, it depends on what you're going into it for. Like, for me, like, I don't care if, like, I'm not looking, like, everyone's like, oh man, I like this big rush to get to affiliate. I don't care if I ever hit affiliate, to be honest. I got a job, I got money, I don't need this to do a living. I'm just playing video games and having fun. And it's fun to, you know, talk with people in chat and interact with people online and, you know, through Twitter and whatever else. So it's just fun, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I like yammering, and I like just talking aimlessly. So if somebody else wants to listen, then hey, that's their psychosis, I suppose. But I would give it a shot. Shark, I tell you right now, if you stream this game, I will watch your stream 100%, because so few people stream it. That man Ian is the only one I know on Twitch, at least, that does regular streaming. You know what I mean? I've watched a couple of his, not live, but I've watched a couple of his recorded ones. He puts out a ton of content. Like, he puts me to shame with my little, you know, hour a week. But so check him out if you haven't checked him out. But there's not a lot of people doing it. So listen, I want to try and get some forward momentum on this game. I want everybody to play this game. And the more people streaming it, the better. All right, where am I off to now? I'm off to... That is not the right button. See, oh my goodness. Okay, that's totally the wrong button. I clicked right off the game. Here we go. Now I know what I'm doing. Map. Professional streamer right here. You see, this is what I'm talking about, Shark. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I have been doing this for months. I still have no clue. The thing that I found, the advantage of Twitch is that, you know, if you want to try gaming, right? If you're like, I'm kind of curious, I wanna check it out. Twitch is a good way to start. Yeah, exactly. Like, just for fun, just to see if you like it. You know what I mean? The advantage is that when you start, nobody's watching. Like, I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, it took me ages before. I mean, half the streams I do, I've only got maybe 1-2 people, if anybody at all. I've still got days where nobody's watching. And so, if you have a bad stream, or if you're just not feeling it, or, you know, it's just like, you look back, you think back after, like, I've had that sometimes. You think back after the stream, and I was like, oh, that was stupid. Like, what did you? And I go back and watch it. I'm like, you're acting like an idiot. What are you even talking about? You know what I mean? But the advantage is nobody's watching. It doesn't matter, right? So while you're still learning and making technical errors, and like I say, I had that one stream where um, I had the mic off the whole time, so I did a 3-hour stream doing, I think, Baldur's Gate 3, and or no, it was Watch Dogs Legion, 3-hour Watch Dogs Legion stream, and the mic was off, so I had to just delete the whole thing. It was a complete waste, right? But nobody was watching, so who cares? Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for me talking about it, nobody would know I screwed up. So it gives you time to get good. By the time people are paying attention, you'll have it figured out. So it's fun. I enjoy it. And you don't need much. You don't even need a camera. It's better with a camera, but you don't need to have a camera. Really, all you need is a computer and a mic. That's about it. It depends. I mean, OBS takes up a certain. Oh, I'm out of t-shirts. I got to make sure I get more of those. Like OBS Streamlabs takes up a certain amount of CPU. But I mean, like I had like a 5-year-old desktop, and it ran it. I think my first stream or two, I think I did on that one, or like a couple of test streams I had done on it, and it ran it totally fine. There was no problem, and it's not like, I mean,
It's Shady O'Grady.
OBS takes up a certain amount of CPU, but not enough that it's going to like be prohibitive in terms of you doing it. The bigger thing is going to be your internet connection. Like I've got good high-speed connection here, so, but I know in the States it's a little more, it's a little wonkier sometimes with the old internet service, depending on who your provider is and stuff. So that could be a problem. I mean, the advantage of something like Rising Star 2 is that it's not like it's this isn't Cyberpunk. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not taxing my RTX 2060 card, with this, this van driving around the grid, so it's probably fine. When I first started, I was doing, I'm doing in 1080p resolution. I was doing 720p resolution, but then I kind of figured out what I was doing a little more and tweaked my settings, and I was able to, now I do everything in 1080p. But I've got a good laptop too, so it helps for sure. But I don't think you'd have too much of a problem doing on an old one. What am I doing? I'm going home. That's what I'm doing. No, I'm not going home. Aha! Look how smart I am. I actually remembered something. I am out of t-shirts. I need t-shirts. T-shirts, t-shirts, t-shirts. There we go. And if the goal, and this is the advice to anybody who's streaming, it depends on what your goal is, right? For me, I don't have any particular goal. I'm just playing the games that I want to play. I'm playing when I want to play. I'm putting in a certain amount of work, but I've kind of got it down to a system now where it's not like it's taking up a whole ton of my time, outside of it, right? A lot of people, but so that's why my channel isn't gigantic or anything, right? Because it's like, actually, I need more t-shirts than that. What am I doing? I'm rich. I can get all the t-shirts I need. If I was putting in more effort, I could grow the channel, right? Like on my social media, I post on Twitter, and I try to upload a lot of my stuff to YouTube. But I mean, I'm not doing that full court press, you know what I mean? Like Discord, I don't do Discord, and I'm not networking exactly, and I'm not trying to get myself in with communities and cross promotion and all these other crazy stuff that you can do to try and get your numbers up and things like that. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm entirely too lazy. I'm just kind of just doing my own thing, and then if somebody likes it and finds me, then great, and if not, that's fine. I'm gonna just keep on doing it to an empty room. I'm fine with it. But it's a grind if you're ambitious about it. Like if you wanna really make it especially if you want to make it like a career. But if you certainly want to be a bigger channel or something like that, it's a real tough grind. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you kind of have low expectations, as it were. 70 million sold. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well, listen, I don't know what level I'm on, but you're already you're already better than I am at this stupid game. So, I don't know why I'm failing so bad on this one here. I've had other playthroughs where I've had number ones and things like that. Like I've so I know it is out there, but for whatever reason, this one here I just keep kind of spinning my wheels a little bit with it, which is fine because I mean I'm having fun with it. So that's fine. I don't mind. I'll do this all day, but it is kind of strange that. I find I'm doing kind of badly in this one somehow. But what do we got here? Oof. Can we get up? No, 94. That's not gonna go. That is not going to work. Okay, what if we did this and this? And this. No. This. Oh, you're killing. Times like this, I get so frustrated. Oh, good. Oh, so okay, you do what? So do you watch Ian already? I've seen a couple of his stuff, but I've never caught him live. I don't know when he's from Europe, so I think he just probably broadcasts at a different time than I do. At least I assume he's from Europe based on his accent. Shout out to that man, Ian. If you ever see this, keep up the good work, brother. Okay, I think I'm just failing hard here. This is nothing. I don't think anything here is gonna work for me. Oh wait, did I do this one? Hang on. Did I get this 29? 37. 34. Oh, look at that. There we go. See? Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, we got one. What do we need? Let's get another slowie in there. I've only got the one really 100 plus. Yeah, let's get another slow song in there. Next up is After Galaxy's Child is Night Terrors. Ooh. Low energy. I don't know if low energy would be Night Terrors, but listen, it's all right. I am excited about the new stuff that they're going to be putting out in the next big update for this. So I am definitely looking forward to that. In a way, I'm hoping the next album is successful so I can wrap this one up, because there's so many new features that are going to be coming in the next little while, the next few updates, that I want to kind of start fresh with some and kind of take advantage of some of the newer ones. So, but we've set our goals for this one and we're going to stick to it. Okay, I'm not going to push my luck. I just barely squeaked out that one. I'm not going to get another one. Okay. Let's do this one. I'm just all the the 100 qualities where I haven't recorded them. That's what I want right there. All right. We'll just do another practice till we get to the weekend. We got to go to Sacramento. Yeah, the way that he described the new songwriting mechanic, I'm particularly excited about, because I think that would give a lot more replayability, because you could kind of like focus on different styles of songs. You know, you get different combinations of musicians that'll give you different combinations of everything else. So, and again, the new regions help, and being able to customize the cities. You can make your own regions in a way. Or at least, like I say, I'm from Canada, so they have kind of like the base Canadian towns in there. But, if I wanted to get into the weeds on some smaller Canadian towns that aren't going to necessarily be known by people outside of Canada. Right? Why can't I play Flin Flon, Manitoba? Or Dildo, Newfoundland? Or Nova Scotia? Dildo's in Nova Scotia? I can't remember if it's in Newfoundland or Nova Scotia now. Oh, it's terrible. It's an iconic Canadian town. I've forgotten already. My apologies to anybody from Dildo watching right now. There we go. Killed it on that one. Gig pay, $250,000 for a gig pay. Shazam. Look at all the cash. I mean, we're just rolling in cash now. At this point, like, it's a joke, because I don't even need to worry about cash at this point. Next up, where are we going? We are going to Fresno. Play this gig is another 12 set, so we'll just keep... The new one's not ready yet, so we'll just keep playing this 10 set here. The only suggestion I'd give you, Shark, if you decided to just test it out and try it and see if you like it, is make 2 accounts, and one's going to be like your actual account that you're going to, you know, your branding or whatever you're going to be known as, you know, on the as a streamer, and then a second one is just kind of like, I've got a second one where I can just do test stuff, or I have it in the, you know, in the chat so I can take a look and keep track of the stream off to my side here, because the window they give you in OBS is pretty small. I like to have a nice big full one just in case I'm totally botching something, so it's nice to have it on the side there. So that's the only suggestion I have. Plus it means that you're running both at the same time. As long as your laptop can handle running both at the same time. If you're finding it's a problem, then don't do that. But little trick. Let's go here. Make It So is bouncing around there. We're still making money off it, so I'm not going to complain. This is what I'm talking about. Now, see, now Mosby's doing good. Look at this. 20,000 seat arena, 4,000 seat arena. That's okay. 4,000, I'll take it. If you're going to give me a 20,000, I don't care what else you give me. Yeah, I was frustrated, though, when Cyberpunk, I couldn't stream it, because I was really looking forward, I mean, A, to playing it, but B, in particular, to streaming it, because it's very kind of role-play focused, which is exactly what I like to... I find that when I'm streaming, I banter better when I've got kind of a story in my head, a role-play, which is why I kind of picked a theme for this one here. And so I thought Cyberpunk, I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, and then I did. But no one's ever going to see those streams because they were so horrible. They were stuttering so badly. So it's a shame. So I'm looking forward to them fixing it so that we can get that going again. Hopefully they'll be hot. They've already announced they're doing another hot fix this coming up shortly, and then they're going to do some more hot fixes in January and February. So, you know, by February, hopefully everything will be running smoothly. And I'll be able to stream that one again. And again, because Empire of Sin was a bust too, I just couldn't... I was having difficulty streaming that as well. I was having some performance issues on that one. But even once I had it sorted, it's like, this game is just not very good. Which is really, really disappointing. But it just was not good at all. So I barely played it, even offline. Like, I just like, this is just boring. So, again, I'll check in on that one in like 6 months and see if they've had some updates to it that make it better. But the AI was terrible. The actual key game loop, there was some key mechanics that were terrible. But yeah, well, what happened with Cyberpunk is that they had to delay it. It's a massive game. Like, when you look at the scope of the game, it's not surprising that it wasn't ready. And CD Projekt Red is bad for crunching. They treat their employees very badly during the crunch, apparently. I say apparently, for legally binding reasons. But So they had to delay it, and everyone freaked out. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. My game I wanted was delayed for a month. And so then it came time again, and clearly it needed to be delayed again. But they're like, if we delay it again, everyone's going to freak out again. And Christmas is coming. We want to hit that Christmas rush. We can't delay it to the new year because it's going to hurt our sales. So, which is, I mean, it's horrible, but I get it, at least from a business perspective. But the way they did it was really sketchy, really shady. The way they kind of, you know, they really hampered the, another 20,000 gig, look at that. All right, Jose's kissing my ass now. He's trying to get back in my good books. But the way they did it with, like, the way they kind of limited what the reviewers could say, and they weren't allowed to release footage in advance and stuff. Like, they clearly were, like, hoping for day one everyone to buy, like, 5 bajillion units, and then afterwards deal with the fallout, right? So that's pretty scummy. At least they're issuing refunds now for Blue One. I'm not getting a refund. Like, I'm still enjoying the game. I just can't stream it. And there are bugs. I mean, it's quite frankly, because I'm on PC, we have bugs that are annoying for the most part. It's not like game-breaking bugs like on the PS4. The best bug I had was that in one of the early missions, at the end of the mission, one of the NPCs from the mission just follows you for the rest of your life. Like he was following me all over the place, and I'm like, is this like a story thing? Like, am I supposed to do something with him now, or is he? I started to think, like, is he a follower now? Like, is this like Fallout? Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then I checked online, and it was just, nope, it's just a glitch. And apparently he will follow you for the rest of the game and just kind of stand around everywhere you are, and like it's really crazy. Yeah, and the best part is the guy's name is Dum Dum, so you've got literally a Dum Dum following you around everywhere for the rest of the game. So you know, like I say, the glitch sometimes, you know, if you don't take things too seriously, the glitches and the bugs can be funny, but that doesn't mean that, you know, because you know you're able to keep, because I'm able to keep a positive a spin on it, doesn't mean that it's right that they released it with that many bugs, you know. And there's other bugs that are more game breaking. Like, I'm not having crashing problems, but a lot of people are having crashing problems. And you know, I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of compilations of stuff of people just, like, you know, flying off into space, or, you know, just really game breaking things that will, like, literally, like, you know, kill your character or corrupt your save or what have you. So that's not cool. That's not cool. They shouldn't release a game like that. Like, I'm old enough to remember when they just released games. Like, I would go to the GameStop, I would buy a big box with discs in them, and I would go and install it on my computer, and that would be it. There's no updates, there's no patching. You had to release it, and that was the only opportunity you had. That was it. Like, if it didn't run, your company went bankrupt because there was no way you could fix it. It was impossible. This is pre-internet days, really. Or certainly in the early days of internet, before you could download games digitally. And, you know, so you had, so they, like I say, they just worked into their schedule and their budget extensive playtesting. But now they know, we can just kind of release it, and we can patch it as we go and fix it as we go. And everyone's kind of like shrugs their shoulders and goes, well, I guess that's the way games are now. But it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. You know, if you bought a car and you waited, you had a car on back order, and then you purchased the car, and then you drive it off the lot, and like one of the headlights doesn't work, and it constantly wants to drive towards the left, and it's barely drivable, and the car company, and you go to the car company and say, hey, this thing's busted, and they say, well, you know, we'll over the next couple of months, we'll patch it slowly and fix it slowly, so it'll get to where you need to. I mean, you wouldn't be cool with that, right? So why are we cool with that with video games? I mean, it's absurd. But anyway, that's the end of that little rant. Listen, I should just be in charge of everything, and that things would run smoothly. Norm, 2024. I need to get. I'm out of. I've been yammering on like a crazy person this whole time, and I forgot that I need to buy albums. I'm out of Make It So copies. All right, down to LA. All right, let's find a studio that I can. Crowded Plays has a gig. 1,000. I'll take it. I'll take it. I shouldn't, but I'll take it. Okay, I do. Oh my god, what do we got now? Jose Mosby. Alright. Jose's doing a good job. He must have heard me criticizing him in the intro, so. Good on him. Let's go to Marty's studio. We'll pick up some CDs. I gotta check and see. What am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. Here we go. Buy CDs. That's the button I need to pick. These are fine. Let's get. I don't know, let's get 7,000 of these bad boys. Why not? It's only money. I do want to check and see when I have to have the thing by. Okay, so it's Christmas again. So it's still July. I've still got some time to crank out some songs. I figure if it has to be out for December, I want to be recording in November at the latest. I can record through November, and then we should be good. So I've still got a couple of months of grinding it out, the new songs, to see if anything's going to stick. Hopefully, we shall see. Where's the next one? Next one's in LA, so if I drive back and back again, that's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna have to crash a couple of nights here at a hotel, probably, is the safest bet. So let's find one. Right over here. Irene's Hotel. I got an aunt named Irene. Maybe we'll write a song in here. Let's do a hotel song. Have some good luck in here. 35 new song ideas. There's got to be something here, guys. There's got to be something. Although it does not look like it at all, does it? Oy. Just a hot mess. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Ridiculous. Okay, well, let's try and save a couple of, I haven't even got very much to save, even. We'll save these, I guess. Oh, here, we'll do another. No, I want 23 and 20. That's what I want. Thank you. Okay. All right. We'll just rest then. Okay, albums are bouncing around still, no big deal. Okay, I've got a little day off here, so you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Here's something I haven't even done yet in this playthrough at all. It just suddenly struck me. Let's go to the art gallery. All right, we got this swanky pad. No art on the wall. Let's take a look here. What we got. I'm just reading your comment here, Shark. So wait, so you had the third album had no hits. It was a mediocre album. It debuted at 144. It shot to #1 and stayed there for 16 weeks. That's crazy. Well, listen, hey, maybe there's hope. Maybe all suddenly, maybe this will be a #1 hit after all. This last album. Let's see. We have some lovely abstract stuff here. I feel like this piece is a statement. It's a statement on the state of man and its relation to nature, but it's a unique dichotomy between man and nature because man is both within nature and yet separate from it. And I think that's what these separate bubbles, they're the same, but they're separate. They're within the same space confined, but they're individually separated. Much in the same way that man is separated, not just from nature, but from each other. So that's an important piece. All right, next we go. I am an actual art fan, but that was complete BS. Forest Stag. Country store at night. There we go. None of these are speaking to me, man. They're not speaking to me. We gotta buy something. Let me see. We gotta buy something. Here, we'll buy this cool abstract. There you go. Boom. Everyone gets some inspired. I even got an achievement on that one. That's because I hadn't actually gotten art before on this playthrough, so that's all right. There we go. Excellent. Okay. All right, we got something. Let's also take a look for a deluxe music store. Oh, perfect, right there. While I'm thinking of it, I'll kind of preemptively stock up on strings and drum equipment, because I'm sure they're going to be out of it eventually. Will, yes, he's down to, well, he's got quite a few. I think we're all right. Maybe we're all right. He's got lots of drumsticks. What are these? These are +2 songwriting. I probably could use some more performance ones if I've got them. Let's see what we got. What do we got? Stage presence +1. I want something a little better than that if I can. But it does not look like I'm going to get it. Alright, well. Let's get a bunch of those. Cymbals. I probably could use another set of cymbals. I've got 3 of these, so we're fine there. Let's take a look at cymbals. What do we got? If there's something good, I'll get it. Oh, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. I'm gonna buy 4 of those bad boys. Boom. All right, excellent. Now we're gonna go back to a hotel.
You never know what you're gonna see in this city. Today I saw a person mowing a lawn.
That's all right. Listen, spend the day in LA, just relaxing.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, I guess with this game, like, despite playing it for such a long time, I still sometimes am a bit mystified as to the math and behind it. Like, every time I feel like I've kind of got it figured out how to game the system a little bit, I'm thrown for a loop again. The one thing that I found in my other playthroughs, I didn't really do it in this one here, but if you kind of have a really strong songwriting focus right off the bat, I find that serves you well in terms of getting good fast. But again, not every time, so it's tough to say. $30,000. There you go. Look at that. See, this is what I guess maybe because we were the opener or something, but we only got 2,000 for this one here, and that other one we got $250,000. So
it's the weird part of the night.
A little bit inconsistent in terms of our payments.
I'm doing my part to keep things.
Next gig is in San Diego, so let's head there now. I might have to again stay at a hotel. See, that's the problem with expanding out our radius of where we can get gigs, is that we will run into these kind of idiosyncrasies where I haven't got time to go back home. Come over here. I haven't got time to go back home and then go to the next gig, so I'm having to stay in hotels. But listen, that's kind of the rockstar lifestyle, isn't it? just gonna rest. We're not gonna write a song. I got nothing going on here, I don't think. All right. I think it's another big one. Another 20,000. Yep, 20,000. Yeah, but I really do think the strategy for this one, though, for this game is to just, once you get to a point where you can start generating albums, is just to generate them out as fast as you can, you know? Again, same thing. Yeah, you can't. To get it's just getting to that first contract. Like once you started to where once you got to the point where you've gotten the contract, but there is then the beginning that slow grind. You know what I mean? Of because you just gotta just churn out the song. You have to wait till your songs are good. You have to get the popularity up to certain minimums to get a manager, and then certain minimums to get a contract, and that's kind of the longest haul. But oh, I didn't mean to do this. I don't think I've got anything good that I could do here now. Okay. Jose! Alright. Let's play this gig. We got a 12 set here. Perfect. I'd like to see more variety too in terms of interiors and stage presentation, right? Let's get some pyros. Let's get something interesting. Because and again, I'd also like to see. I do like that he's put in the custom music, but I think that it would be good to have if he licensed a couple of more generic songs to throw in the mix. Because, like I say, because I'm streaming, I can't do the custom music because I'll get dinged for copyright. So I have just kind of the standard music going on, and it gets a little bit repetitive. So it'd be nice to have a few different ways to mix it up. I'm just gonna chauffeur. What am I doing? There we go. All right. I feel like it's a little slower getting the inspiration up here. It's tough too because at this point there's no point doing anything but 100, so you have to just kind of wait until you get the right combinations to get that 100. You can't say, oh, I got a 95. That's great. It's not going to do the trick anymore. We've evolved beyond that.
The phones are busy tonight.
Okay,
Here's
perfect.
one by request.
San Francisco, we should be back in time for the gig. Make it so. Again, like I say, it's kind of found its rhythm. It's going to bounce around there for a little bit. Take it. All right. Okay, let's play the gig. 12 set. I'm just doing the same 12 set because I'm trying to see if any of these new songs are gonna, grind up a little bit. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're all duds. I don't think it does, Shark, because I got lucky on a on a playthrough again. 2,500, 250,000. Hello. I did get lucky, and one of the early songs that I did on another playthrough, I think it was like a 29 quality song, but it just rocketed in popularity, and it helped a lot because in the early, where you're doing that early kind of grind and you're trying to get over it, I was getting 100% performance stuff because I had this hit song that everybody was loving. You know what I mean? So it's a good boost. You can get it, but I feel like it's a fluke. Now with them redoing the the system in terms of the lyrics. They're totally redoing all that, so I don't know if that's even going to be a thing going forward. So all the more reason to try and find a hit now while they last. I don't know if they're going to be doing that anymore. The way, I don't know how it would work now that I'm thinking about it. Under the new system. I mean, I guess whatever they've got here that just suddenly makes something take off in popularity, they could do the same, but I feel like it would be more difficult because the popularity of a song or a popularity of an album is going to be dependent on region and things like that. So I feel like that'd be a lot of work on the coding end to make that work. So we'll see how ambitious the Gilly Games guy is. So we'll see. Either way, like I say, I mean, this is one of these games where, like, I think this is kind of like No Man's Sky, right? In the sense that I love the game as it is, and yet we keep getting free updates with new stuff, which is just absolute gravy. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could do, like, he could do nothing more to this game, like nothing, and I would still love this game and play this game. But the fact that he, you know, every month there's something new, right? So it's encouraging. It's good. I would like to see it go on Steam sale, only just because I think it'd be easier to get people on board about it. You know what I mean? Like, if they had this, like, right now it's like, I only got Canadian prices because I live in Canada. It's like $33 Canadian for this game, right? Which to me, based on how much enjoyment I've got, I mean, look, I spent like $50 or 50, more than that on Empire of Sin, and it stinks. You know what I mean? I'm getting way more mileage on this one, so it's 100% worth it. But if you're a new person starting out, you know, you're not really familiar with it, you're not going to take a chance on it for 33. If you had a sale where it was on for like $20, people would take a chance on it, and I think once you kind of get it in people's hands and they're playing it, and they're like, oh, this is kind of cool, that'll kind of start the momentum for it. So I think that's what needs to happen, but I don't really see it on sale very often, to be honest. 50 songs and 2 hits. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, so far, I've had 88 songs, I think, or 89 songs in total that I've written. And we've had, what, like 2 hits that took off like that? Yesterday's Enterprise, and what was the other one? There was another one ages ago, I think, that we did. But really, like 1 or 2. I mean, but that's what it should be, right? It shouldn't be like every other song you write is, you know, Stairway to Heaven, you know? But it's frustrating just because when you're trying to get that, you want to have a hit on every album if you can, but you just can't do it. It's just not feasible. What's coming up next month? What have I got here? I got lots of gigs. Oh my god, I'm gigged out. Okay. Let's just head home for this one. Listen, Jose is killing it for me right now. So I am very happy with his performance. Yeah, like, it is great when it does it. I would like to see, what I'd like, though, instead of having just every now and then just there's like a guaranteed hit, I'd kind of almost like, it's like, I'm trying to find a way that's gonna, I'm trying to find a less Canadian way to describe this, but I can't, so you'll have to just, I apologize in a very Canadian way for this analogy. But, okay, so I was a huge player of the NHL series back in the day. And the system they had was kind of like a player would have a potential, right? They'd have a rating like, this is how good it is, and this is the potential they had, right? And sometimes, so they could, like, if he had a high potential, right? Like, if he was like a 50 rated player with, like, on a scale of 100, if he was a 50 rated player, but he had an 80 potential, you'd be like, even though he's only 50, I might take this guy because over time he might develop into an 80, right? And he may not, right? He might only get up to like 65, 70. He might get above 80, but you knew he had that potential to get up to there, right? And I feel like that's kind of almost where they need to have it with the songs. That a song, if you play it enough and you promote it, right, it could take off into a mega hit, right? But it shouldn't just automatically be a mega hit, right? It shouldn't be, especially where they have a new system now where, it's going to be dependent on the region in terms of the popularity of a certain type of song or style of song or whatever. So I feel like if you play the song in kind of these optimal situations enough, you know what I mean, it can really build into it. And so each song will have a potential, right? Maybe a song it's never going to be a hit, you know what I mean? It's just not going to hit with people. And another one could be a hit, but maybe you've got a hit in the lurk and you didn't know because you didn't play it enough and just sat at the, bottom of your playlist, never to be used, and you missed an opportunity, right? You don't know. So I feel like that would be a better system than all of a sudden just, one out of every 50 songs you write just spontaneously just rockets to 100% popularity, right? But again, all these layers of depth that we'd like to see in the game are easy for, it's easy for me to say that sitting here from my chair, having no coding responsibilities or financial investment in the game whatsoever. So I'm never going to criticize, the developers for not giving us literally everything we want, but that would be something I'd like to see. Because it is fun when you do hit that, like, it's exciting, right? When you get a song that just like all of a sudden just starts, breaking out, right? It's been think about for this playthrough, it's been would Make It So have gone platinum, as we can see here? Would that accomplishment have happened if it wasn't for Yesterday's Enterprise? There's 0% chance, right? So it's a good idea. Like I say, we'll have. I'll reserve judgment until we see how the new lyric system plays out in actuality. Do I have a gig tonight? No, that's not what I wanted to see. I don't have a gig tonight. Okay. Let's just. Okay, no, I don't want to redo all these. But I am curious to see how it's going to work out with the new lyric system. I think it could be very good, the songwriting. Where are we going? Vegas. Am I going to get there in time? I think I'm going to miss this. Nope, I got it. Okay. Whew. Yeah, like you can release a single or an EP, but there really isn't any advantage to doing it, I don't think. Like, do they have a singles chart? I don't think they even have a singles chart, do they? Yeah, like you're right. Like, it would be good to see it because, again, part of the music process too is you release an album, but then you release singles, right? So if I release the album could do certainly very well. But if I released Yesterday's Enterprise as a single, that could have been a huge hit. And that might have driven some of the album sales as well, right? It's a give and take there. So, and again, just seeing, it'd be nice to see individual songs. You know what I mean? Like a top, like a top 100, like on the charts, right? What songs are most popular? I think that would be really good. I'd also love to see. I mean, it's probably impossible, but I'd love to see like I mean, I guess kind of like multiplayer, but like all these other bands and all these other cities and things like that are all just, they're all just computer generated and random. It's not, whatever. But it'd be fun to play a game where like I'm playing in LA and, you create a band in New York and we're both kind of in the same universe racing to the top. I don't know how you'd do it because in terms of days progression, it would be a problem. But if they could find a way to do that, that would be exciting. Like, it'd be great to, like, release an album, and then a week later you release an album, you bump me off my chart position. Like, it'd be fun, right? Or, if all of these were just, if these were all filled up with people playing the game remotely, you know what I mean? It'd be just more exciting to know there was an actual person behind some of these songs and some of these gigs, you know what I mean? If you were doing a tour, but you were on tour with, like, if we were on tour together, do you know what I mean? Like, my band and your band, right? It would be exciting. I mean, on a practical level, I don't know how that would work because of how would you line up the passage of time, right? Because if I'm playing, you know, I don't know, so it may be impossible, but listen, we can all dream. It's Christmas time. It's a time for miracles, baby. Well, it doesn't really feel like Christmas time because I'm really not doing Christmas. We're all still on lockdown up here because the cases are going out of control up here in Ontario, at least for us. I mean, not like America out of control, but like Canada out of control. So we're all on lockdown, and so we're kind of, all the families kind of doing things remotely. We're going to just kind of do video calls and things like that. So Christmas is pretty much canceled this year. I am going to risk COVID to have my kids over because I do miss them. So I can, and I haven't really seen them in person a whole lot since the whole thing because we've been locking down. My son's got his at his apartment with his girlfriend, and my daughter's been locked down with her boyfriend's family. So I haven't really seen them a whole lot physically. So I do miss them. So it is a risk because they're not on lockdown. My son, because of his work, isn't, and my daughter is also not because of her work and school. So they've been out and about. So I'm exposing myself to a little bit of risk there. But listen, one day a year, I'll gamble it. So, knock on wood. Plus, it gives me a chance to cook a turkey. I love cooking turkeys, man. It's like the one like legit meal that I'm like actually good at. I can cook a mean turkey. My ex-wife taught me how to cook a turkey, and it stuck with me, and I've gotten good at it. So I like to show it off every now and then. Hopefully, everybody out there as well is sharp. I hope you know everybody's staying safe this Christmas. Now, don't get too crazy. The vaccine is here. Let's not be... Here's the thing. The vaccine is coming, okay? The vaccine it's approved. People are already getting shots. They're going to be rolling it out over the next couple of months. They're going to get everybody all vaccinated up, except for the crazy people who don't believe in vaccines, but that's a whole other issue. But you know that we're starting to... We're going to turn the tide on this. We're going to start winning. But But now is not the time to get lax about the whole COVID situation, because here's the thing. I don't want to die. I certainly don't want to die from COVID. But what's worse than that is I don't want to be the last guy to die of COVID. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, they're like, just got the vaccine. Like, if I just hold out a little bit, I can get a vaccine, then I'm all right. But nope, I blow it right away. And I get, you know, right like the day before I go to get my vaccination shot, I get infected with COVID and die. So listen, everybody's got to kind of grit their teeth and hang in there a little bit longer. We're down the home stretch here on this, guys. We're down the home stretch. We'll be out and acting stupid in public in no time. My main thing that I miss my kids and I miss my family and I do want to see them more often and all the rest of that stuff. So that's 100% true. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, the main reason that I want lockdown to end is because my favorite Chinese restaurant in Toronto, I can't get delivery all the way to Hamilton, and I miss going out and having too many drinks, and then everybody stumbling in a little half in the bag into the wonderful Roll Sand restaurant in Toronto, Chinatown. It's the perfect place to stumble into half conscious at 3 a.m. and eat. I mean, so much Chinese food. I mean, just a ridiculous amount of Chinese food. So I do miss that. So that is going to be the first thing I do once things open up again and I feel safe going out. All right. Big money, no whammies. What do you got for me here? Nothing. Sweet FA is what we got for me here. I could do that. Actually, let's put data in there as long as we can. Oh no, we'll put Deanna in there. Oh, dude, the jail's got to be a terrible place to be working during all this. That's like a germ factory, probably on the best of days. Well, hopefully you're staying safe. dude. I'm as safe. Well, listen, if working in a jail, as safe as you can be in a jail, I suppose. But you know what I mean. I have a boring, not a boring. I'm not gonna say boring, but it's not a thrill a minute, working in my office job. It's just a regular office job. It's fine. But I've been able to do it from home the entire time. So I've been super, super fortunate and very happy that my company has been good about giving us what we need to work from home. Because, like you said, like Charlotte, like not everyone is that fortunate, But bills got to get paid. What are you going to do? And in the States too, you guys aren't doing anything either, right? Like, I mean, up here, if you can't work because of COVID, they'll give you like $2,000 a month. Although I guess if you're working in jail, you'd be an essential worker, so you'd still be working. But I mean, for people that are like, my daughter was, lost her job because of COVID, her part-time job, and so she was able to get some cash from the government to help help her through. So I'm glad we do that at least. But yeah, I have a friend of mine actually whose father got COVID he was Canadian, but he was in jail in the States, and he got out of jail, and he was in a holding, like an immigration holding jail, just basically waiting for extradition to the States right when it hit. And so he got kind of stuck there. And there was a massive COVID outbreak at the thing, and he passed away, which is, I mean, it's so tragic. You know what I mean? Like, he's in jail, he's going home, you know what I mean? He's right there, like he's being released, and he dies of COVID. It's just it's horrible. I think we're not, I think we kind of understand on a certain level. Like, I mean, you hear, okay, like in the States in particular, like there's like 250,000 people dead or something. I don't know, something crazy like that, like 300,000 people dead. I don't know what it is, and it's kind of like, those numbers are overwhelming. But I think that over the next year, 2021 is going to be a lot of like, what does that mean in the human cost? We're going to hear a lot of pretty tragic stories about this whole mess and the continuing problems it's going to cause going forward. And so it's 2021 is going to be better than 2020, but it's not going to be a walk in the park, But and businesses going out of business. Is a lot. It's been hard on small business owners. It's not been fun, but hopefully we've learned something from this experience, so that when it happens again, because it 100% will happen again, we'll know better how to deal with it, and hopefully governments will be better prepared for it. Now, are they actually going to be better prepared for it? That's a whole other issue, but they should be. There's no excuse for it anymore. Where am I going? I'm going to Bakersfield, California. Yeah, like today was my son's birthday today, but because of COVID and everything else like that, we didn't really do a party or get together or anything like that. So I just talked to him on the phone for a little bit, and me and my ex-mother-in-law put in and got him a ice cream cake and sent it over by delivery. And so, it's the best we can do. The best we can do in these times. But hey, listen, ice cream cake makes everything better. I got an ice cream cake for my birthday this year, and wow, it was like the highlight of my autumn. So I'm not going to complain.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect.
All right, where to next? Las Vegas. We are just. I'm a little frustrated on this playthrough because we're making lots of money, we're getting lots of gigs, everything's going well, but we are just not getting the inspiration we need. We're not getting the songs out. That was the whole purpose today, that I want to plow through, get a couple more 100 songs and test them out. We've only been able to write 100 songs, so listen, them's the breaks. You don't know how these things are going to work out. we'll just keep on grinding. I mean, we're killing it in terms of money and everything else. So
I can feel the magic
it's
in the
not
air
been
tonight.
unproductive, but
Here with Shady O'Grady, listening to
yeah,
the
ice cream
sounds
cakes
of
are,
on
I
Stranded
mean,
Radio.
the greatest thing of all time. I mean, mine was Dairy Queen. I got my son a Baskin Robbins. I'm assuming you guys have Dairy Queen down there. You must. I always get mixed up because we've got a lot of brands up here and a lot of restaurants and chains and things that got up here that you guys just don't have down in the States. So I forget sometimes which ones you have and which ones you don't. But yeah, there you go. There. Oh, you worked at Dairy Queen. That must have been fun. If I worked at Dairy Queen, oh my god, I'd be like, I feel like I'd be 800 pounds at the end of that, man. I would just, you know, I'd be like Homer, just sticking my face underneath the old ice cream machine. My first job when I was a kid, I was like 13 or 14. Well, I'm not counting paper routes and flyer delivery and things like that, right? But my first like job. I worked for a summer at a water park, picking up garbage at a water park. It was the worst. I mean, it was just awful. It was hot, and as you can tell by my complexion, being out in the sun all day is a bad thing. So I was constantly sunburned. And here I am. I'm like a 13 or 14-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Awkward, going through puberty, all the rest of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm like in like grade 9 or something. You know what I mean? And it's like freshman year, I guess, in or what you call it in the States. And every day I'm going to work surrounded by beautiful women in swimwear. And here I am, this scrawny 14-year-old kid, sweeping garbage, digging out, you know, scraping, you know, cleaning up, you know, some kid threw up in the in the pool area, and so I'm over there cleaning it up. You know what I mean? Like the least impressive thing you want to be doing, you know, around beautiful women in bikinis. But listen, it was a job. It paid for my Commodore Amiga computer. Now I'm really dating myself. We're just going to practice because I got a gig tomorrow. But I feel like it's kind of a rite of passage, you know what I mean, as like a teenager, to have a crappy job. I think you need to have a crappy job, you know what I mean? Like, I've had a couple of jobs where, you know, service industry stuff, you know, dealing with the public and all the rest of that stuff. So now, you know, on days where, you know, I'm stressed out at work or whatever, I can think back to, you know, I can think back to some of the crappy jobs I had when I was a kid and be like, God, thank God I'm a grown adult and I don't have to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fun. I didn't enjoy it. I mean, some people love it. Some people have no problem doing retail. They prefer to like interact with the public, but I'm a complete antisocial hermit. Like, I don't want to deal with anybody at all.
It's Shady
You know what I
O'Grady.
mean? Like,
Doing
I'm
that
outgoing
shit
here
on
because you
Stranded
people aren't
Radio.
here.
The
Do
phones
you know what I
are
mean?
busy tonight.
If you people were here, I'd be like, get out of my house. I don't want you here. I want you in my chat, but I don't want you in my house. I don't want to actually, you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a loner weirdo in real life. So, I mean, it's not as bad as I'm letting it go. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, where am I going? Where did I got chauffeur for? Sorry, I confused myself. I just did the gig already. I'm done. Sorry. Next gig is where? Eugene. Am I even going to get there on time? 2 days. I got to go right now. These are all over the map. But I feel like we were talking earlier about starting a Twitch stream. I think that it's also, Twitch streams are also good for people who are, you know, maybe a little more shy, who are, you know, not super outgoing in that way. And it's just so much easier on stream. I know a lot of streamers, I'm not quite that way. Like, I'm still, you know, like when I'm around people, I'm not like super shy or quiet or whatever, you know what I mean? But it is a different kind of feeling. It's a lot easier to kind of be outgoing and outspoken and kind of have a bit of a weirder humor or whatever when you're just talking into a camera. It's just a lot less stressful. So if people are worried about, like, if people aren't good at public speaking or those kinds of things, I think it's a good idea to do these kinds of things because it's a good practice, you know what I mean? For, like, real life interaction. And if I'm talking to someone in real life, the advantage is I don't have to ask them to subscribe. Right? That's, I mean, I guess if I'm talking to a woman, if I'm trying to hit on a woman, I guess in a way, if you're hitting on a woman and you ask for her number, that's kind of asking for subscribe.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio. I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
But that being said, don't go up to a woman in a bar and ask her to smash that like button because that's not going to be taken well. She is not going to view that in the same way as you reading it. Killing it again. All right.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect for cruising.
Let's head back home. I need to get a song out, man. I'm getting frustrated.
Have a great
Let's
night.
head back. I don't even know if I have a time or if I have to go to the next gig. No, I got time. Jose Mosby, what do you got for me? A 4,000? Where's the 20,000s? I've gotten used to it now. I've become accustomed to super rock stardom. And you're letting me down, Jose. Come on now. That's all right. I forgive you, Jose. Oh, I never put up that. Went and bought that that piece of art. I never put it up. Where should we put it up? It's only a small thing. Where's like a nice... Maybe just right here by the door. Just right here. Look at it. It's beautiful. It looks so tiny and insignificant there. But there you go. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that. Now I can say that my lavish apartment is perfectly decorated from that one piece of weird metallic bubble art I have on there. Beautiful. Excellent. Who needs anything else? All right. I'm going to write a song. I demand to write a song. I'm getting... Oh, wait. Hang on. I see a 36. Hang on. Okay. Now we're cooking. There has to be something I can do with this. Let's take... I know it's nothing much, but it's a... No. That's not what we wanted. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Let's see... We could do this and this. Oh, so close! Why will you not let me get 100 song out here? So frustrating. Okay, there's got to be another magic combination. I refuse to accept defeat here. There's somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, there is a 31. I'm convinced of it. Okay, this seems to be the big limiting factor here, because these are all squares. So we got a square. We got a square. 36. No, I just did that already. Hang on. Let's try... No, that's not going to be it either because it's the same thing. Oh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What if I did... What else do we have? That's a circle. No, it's not going to be enough. I can't do it. I cannot do it. All right, let's get rid of this stupid one. Let's bring this one down. What else have I got that's any good? That 26, but I've already got enough going on here. I definitely... I don't even need that 31 because I've got a lot here. Oh, so frustrating. Nothing. Nothing. All right. Well, listen. What are you going to do? Keep on practicing. Keep on grinding it out. I want to at least get... God, we've gone the whole stream and I've only gotten one I've only gotten one song out. I want to at least get one more 100 song out there. Where am I playing tonight? Sacramento. Sacramento. It is nice to see up here, Canada. I'll do like a Nunavut. This is by the way for my American friends or for international people. This is Nunavut, which is a great name for a territory. It's Nunavut. It's really cold and no one lives there. There's like a handful of Inuit people who are the only people crazy enough to live there, baby. They are striving and thriving, and everybody else is like, no, thank you. But it would be an interesting place to set up a tour. See, I can hear in the background. It almost sounds like there's fireworks. Oh, here's the the pyrotechnics going off in the back. Yeah, like we need more of that. Like that's like so. I mean, you hardly even notice it if not for the sound cue. Sold out of shirts again. God, how many shirts do I have to buy? I'm just gonna buy 100,000 shirts. What am I gonna do?
You're with Shady O'Grady.
Next gig's in Sacramento, so we'll just go back home to San Francisco for now. What do you got, Jose? 20,000. That's much better. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. I should never have doubted you. What's my inspiration? I just did it. No, okay. I gotta resist the well, I don't want to wait till all the way here. I'm gonna try and write one more song. And then we'll try again after these next 4 in a row. It's early. I probably shouldn't be doing this. But we're gonna gamble. We're gonna take a flyer on it and see what happens. Did I get anything new that's going to help me? Probably not. That doesn't help. No, I really don't have a choice besides that. It's not going to be enough. What if I did that? Does that help me any? Not really. That's what I just did, I think. No, I think we're getting Sweet FA again. That'd be a good band name, Sweet FA. Yeah, but yeah, I like the pyro too, but like, are you like me? Like, it doesn't really, like, for pyro, it should be like, first of all, it's way at the back next to the flag, which, if you remember from a couple years ago, the Great White Fire, Great White was playing on stage in a little club, and the pyrotechnics set off the backdrop and burned the whole place to the ground and killed half the people in there. So you don't want to have those pyrotechnics way at the back next to the flag. You want to have them up front, right? And you want to have them, like, the effect for them is very muted. Like, the sound is very muted, and even the fire, it's very, like, little, like, it's just, oh, hey, by the way, here's a little fire, you know what I mean? But that's not the point of pyro. The pyro is like, oh my god, I'm gonna die from this flamethrower, right? That's what you want the audience to do, right? And it's because it's a video game, you could even go crazier, right? Because there's no actual danger to anyone, right? So I'd like to see some really over-the-top pyrotechnics, and I'd like to see you be able to control it, right? So if you want to improve your stage, like, as part of your stage presence, you could even have like a separate factor for live shows, right? Where right now it's depending mostly on stage presence. But if you added, like, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess, production quality, I guess, or something like that. So you could sink money into pyro or fireworks or a video screen or things like that, and you could purchase those for tours, or, you know, pay X amount of dollars per gig where you're going to have these things. So for your larger gigs, you could bring out the video screen, you could bring out the special stuff, and it would show up visibly in the concert as well. But these would then influence you. You know, if you showed up to a major event, like to like a 20, like a 30,000 seat arena, and you didn't bring anything, pyro, a video screen, just a bunch of guys on the stage, that's going to be a crappy show, right? Whereas if you saw that exact same show on like a 1,000 seat place, it'd be fine, right? So there'd be different levels of production that's expected by the audience at these different levels. And so you would have to then, as part of the game, figure out, okay, what's the level that I need for these certain gigs, and then we got to find the money and the budget to do it. Like, how much are we going to invest in it versus how much we're going to get back from it? So it would just add a new level to the game. And I can't imagine it would be, again, me as, you know, some guy who has no programming experience whatsoever. Oh, that should be easy. That should be a walk in the park. Duh, come on, who couldn't do that? But it doesn't seem like it'd be like the most onerous thing. Anyway, I'm full of ideas. I almost hope that the guy who develops the game never sees any of my streams, just because he's gonna be like, who is this jerk? just out here all the time, just talking about how my game needs to be improved. Just like, you know, if you are watching, I do love this game. I suggest, because I love it. I want to see it continue and get better. So like when you have fans reacting to a game, it's like brainstorming, right? We don't know what we're doing. We're just throwing ideas out there, you know what I mean? And then somebody who knows, like the adult in the room, you know, in this case, the developer, needs to look and say, okay, that's nice. Yes, I know you want that, but here's what we can actually do. And then try and squeeze from all these pie-in-the-sky crazy ideas we come up with, you know, okay, what can we do? What's practical? What's workable, right? And then improving the game that way, which makes more sense. So, if the developer ever watches this stream, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm offering this as. Brainstorm.
Here's one by request.
Bakersfield. Yeah, stage and non-stage outfits would be great. So, like, if you had a tour, you know what I mean?